What's going on, moving meals, moving
Hey, guys.
meals? It is good to see you all.
Again, sorry that we haven't put out much content.
Yeah,
lately.
vacations happened. We
Summer
were incredibly
school,
busy,
yeah.
and it's what happens when you are busy. But hey, we got a finding.
back.
We're back. Moving
Yeah.
Meals is back. We don't have much of a meal. We got some lemonade and orange and some crackers because again, we're still poor. Nothing has changed. We're still incredibly poor.
We were busy, but we are still poor.
That is something that probably will never change. But we're here now to talk about a movie probably most of you haven't seen, and that's The Shallows. We just saw The Shallows. We are fresh, coming right back from it. We filmed the Finding Dory review at the same time, but it's been a while since we've seen Finding Dory, but we wanted to get that up for you guys. But we also just saw The Shallows and thought it'd be fun to get that out because this is an interesting movie, and I'm interesting is that we haven't talked about it really yet, and I'm interesting to talk about it with this man right here, Kyle, Alex, Movie Meals. Let's go.
Oranges, crackers,
And don't forget the lemonade.
lemonade.
Cheers.
All right, you want to go first, as I went last?
I'd like to, sure.
All right.
Alright, this movie is weird. That's what I think of when I think of this movie. I think of weird. I am a big fan of Blake Lively. I've seen other films of hers, and I like her. I do think she's talented. And Ryan Reynolds has had this problem up until Deadpool. Both because they're married, if you did not know. I read People, you should know this. They didn't have the big hits. You know, they kept trying. They both keep trying, and now Ryan's found that in Deadpool, and Blake Lively's still trying. She is talented, and you can even see that in this film, as weird as it is. She is a talented actress, and I've seen her in other films, and she's very talented, and I'm waiting for her to get that next role, to get that one role, that Deadpool, that puts her on the map. So I thought she did well in this movie. For how weird this movie is, I think she took it in the direction that you need to take for such a weird film. Because it kind of tries to be super serious, but it also doesn't, and you can feel that. Like, there are moments where there's a lot of lingering shots of her on the little island thing, and it's like, well, yes, we do enjoy that because Blake Lively is very attractive, if that's what you meant by
I haven't heard that she was attractive.
Oh, you didn't hear that?
No,
You didn't get that email?
No.
Oh, shame, I did. But she does well. I did not think performances was the problem in this movie. I'll get that to my negatives. But it's kind of fun. Like it opens up and the first whole 20 minutes you're just kind of like, all right, what's going on here? She's talking with her mom or her sister. She's talking with her dad, and they're arguing about their mom who's passed away, and you really don't care about that storyline. At least I didn't. I was like, I don't really care. I kind of just want to get to her getting killed by the shark. I want to see that happen. That's why I bought my ticket for the shark. And then she gets out in the water. The shark stuff happens, and I thought it was fun. It was enjoyable for the most part. Now, I'll stop right there because I'm sure we're going to talk about a few more moments. But let's get a little bit of your positives in first.
Yeah. What the middle of the movie does really well is when she is having her encounters with the shark. Like, for me, there was a lot of tension in those moments that I thought was well executed. The shark actually looked pretty well done, at least in my opinion. Like, I was really impressed, because at first the trailers didn't really sell me on the shark looking all that well, but it turned out that the shark looked like a real shark. Like, it didn't look CGI or fake at all. It looked pretty solid.
Continue.
I thought it did anyway. I mean,
Continue.
compared to some of the other animals in that movie. But,
Okay, continue, my man.
But and you're right. Blake Lively did fine in this movie.
She did what she was supposed to do.
She did what she was supposed to do. She did it well. I don't know if she is as talented as you say she is.
You need to see more Blake Lively movies.
I don't. Okay, but like you said, she did do fine in this movie for what she had to do. And I'll admit, like, the backstory stuff with her and her mom and her having problems with her dad and kind of sister, I guess. That stuff,
it is her sister.
that stuff helped
It's
me
not
elevate
kind
her
of.
character a little more and made me at least a little more in favor of her than the shark winning their
Didn't
little
care.
battle. At least for me, it worked. Maybe I'm just a sucker for moms dying or something. I don't know.
Bless
And-
my heart. That was just. Your mom's so happy right now. I love you too, Mom.
But I mean, for the most part, I thought those were the positives of the movie. I thought the tension between her and the shark were well done, and I thought she did fine in the movie, and that the character's backstory was enough to help elevate her character some.
All right. Before we get to the
I'm sorry, the cinematography.
That was a big thing. It was gorgeous.
Yeah,
the underwater shots.
The shots
Ooh.
underwater, the shots above the beach. It's beautiful to watch.
I thought that's what made it worth on the big screen.
Oh, yeah,
I thought that was the actual big selling point.
Absolutely.
Those opening shots of her, when she's just paddling into shore and it's massive scale, that was gorgeous.
That's
Every
probably-
underwater shot, I
That was
thought
probably
was
one of my favorite
beautiful.
things about the movie is that they did a really good job at filming the environment around.
I'm with you there. Now, if you didn't tell from the title, as we always do, this is a spoiler review. So before I get to my negatives, I want to mention to you guys and to this guy a part in the film where we exploded with laughter. And this is why I call this movie weird. There's a moment when she shoots the flare and all the oil has come out of the decaying whale. So there's a whale that's dead. You'd find that if you saw the film, which I hope you have if you are watching our review. There's oil coming out. She shoots her final flare. And actually, I was like, man, the water's really colorful. Oh, there's oil in there. Like, it took me a minute. And she shoots it, and it lights on fire. And I'm like, she's won. We're time to go home and roll the credits. And then the shark jumps out of the water on fire and then lands in the water. All the fire's gone. There isn't any, issue. This shark's just now ticked off. So then the shark starts, really attacking her. And first of all, holy cow, all that fire went away really, really quickly.
A lot of stuff in this movie that seemed very unrealistic.
Yes.
And it was mostly in the last 25 minutes of the movies where it got very unrealistic to me. I mean, some of the stuff that the shark was doing, I felt like after a while, what just wouldn't happen anymore. You were right about the flare thing. The flare thing happening in the fire, and the shark just still totally alive. Threw me off a lot, and that's what this movie does a lot. It takes you out of the movie because of the ridiculous stuff that can happen in it.
But it was kind of fun.
I mean, it was cool to see.
It was kind of fun.
It was cool to see, and you chuckle. But I mean, for the tone that they may have been trying to go for in this movie, it just didn't work.
See, I think they weren't going for that serious tone. I think they were going with, all right, you've bought in, we built some tension, we gave you those jump scares. Now, I think as you and I giggled at the flames, we thought that was funny.
Yeah.
And then I think they're like, all right, we're just gonna have fun with this.
But
we're gonna make it ridiculous.
That's another problem with this movie, though, is because they try to make it like a serious thrill about a young woman versus a shark.
Well,
and so why in the last 20 movies would you be like, you know what? That was the best thing about the movie. Let's just scratch that and just have fun with this and just go balls to the wall crazy.
I was never
sharks
bought
jumping
that
out
into
of the
that.
fire. I don't know.
I was
That's
never.
just what
I mean, there are
said,
moments
anyway.
of tension. There's jump scares, but
Yeah.
I was never bought in that. This was not Jaws, where I am sitting there with incredible tension. There were moments you're laughing throughout the entire. Before the real last 20 minutes happened. There are moments of cheese and crap, and I thought it worked. I thought they were like, all right, we're gonna kind of pretend it. We're gonna it felt like it was making fun of itself, and I enjoyed it. We didn't even get to the part we burst out laughing. It's when she kills the shark. She the buoy's going down. She sees all where the anchor's at, and all of these wires and
They're rusty metal
bars
Yeah.
that are all just kind of everywhere. And she's like, wait a minute, I'm going to use this to get myself down there and the shark will follow me. And when she was doing that at first, I was like, what is she doing?
Oh, I saw that coming.
I saw the wires,
that
but I never connected it. And I was like, what is she doing? And then she moves and the shark just, BOOM! And it was just so
It looked cool.
stupid
It looked cool, but it was stupid.
It was stupid.
It looked stupid. I mean, and that's the thing. And that's the thing that pisses me off.
I'm just thinking about it. It was so dumb looking.
Crunch.
So we're trying not to do this in the theater. So there's quite a bit of people in there.
We were holding it in, man.
There was a decent amount of people in our theater. We were in a smaller theater, and we're holding it in, but we're really struggling. And it was just funny. And then there's a line at the very end of the movie.
Before you get to that, at the end of the movie where she finally gets rescued, she kills the shark, it suddenly goes to the tagline 1 year later, and I went, oh man, is this going to be another 5-10 minutes of her like reuniting with her family and everything's okay and it's stuff that I don't need to see? I would rather have the movie end where she kills the shark. And it wasn't. It was 2 minutes and it was fine except for the dialogue that ensued in the last 2 minutes of this movie that just made us laugh so hard.
Wait a minute.
Sexual innuendo.
The amount of sexual innuendos, but hang on. She drops out of med school. That's all we know. She's dropped out of med school. And then she goes home and they do that line, the doctor line.
Mm-hmm.
And she was gone for a year. She healed, went home, and got a degree, a medical degree in that year. I want to live in this world where you can acquire such intense degrees so quick.
Maybe it was the last year. You don't know.
Some context would have been great.
1 year later, she had 1 more year of med school.
Also, is it exactly 1 year?
I'm sure it was.
I want a movie to be like 11 months, 13 days,
13
20 minutes.
20 minutes into the day.
into the day. I want that movie. But all right,
You might as well have that in
would
there.
you like to do the honors of saying the incredible line that really killed everyone else in the theater who have...
So she has her medical degree, and she's on the beach in Texas because they surf in Texas. She and her sister are on the beach, and they're just enjoying the scene. And finally, they're getting ready. They're having their surfboards. She looks at her sister, and her sister goes, "You ready to get wet, Dr. Adams?"
Just says it straight to Blake Lively.
And
This
she's
is
like-
what makes me know that this movie, they were making fun of themselves. One writer is like, this is perfect. No one will think this is hysterical.
I don't know. Like, there's a lot of movies that try to do stuff like that, and they do it on purpose. I think this was one of those moments.
It was so funny.
But that's when we died, and I think the whole theater caught on as well.
Ready to get wet, Dr. Adams?
I didn't even hear what her dad said next.
No, we were laughing.
We
Didn't
were
even care.
done at that
Didn't
point.
even care.
There's just so many things in this movie that just didn't make sense with the shark. And it also had this problem, especially in the movie, with it being like kind of trying to have it be a music video slash like
What?
You didn't get that with the music in the beginning of the movie and her surfing. It reminded me so much of a music video or like one of those surfing videos that you see to like hype people up.
I was just sitting there like, where's the shark? Where's the shark?
Well, exactly. Like, you're watching this, and it's cool, and it's really fun to watch, but at the same time, you're like, let's kind of move on to the shark. We don't care that much about surfing.
I'd rather
Like,
watch them surf longer than have that stupid 5-minute conversation on FaceTime or Skype or whatever with her sister and dad.
It's just...
I thought you were here or here. No, I'm not telling you, Dad. This movie's weird. My negatives are that it's just weird. It's not a good movie by any sense of me, but it's fun. It was enjoyable. I had a good time in the theater with this. The lines were dumb. It was fun watching. It's fun in the summer to watch a shark movie with this element. It is, and it's better than Jaws, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 3D, 4D, and all those, and Jaws, The Return of Jaws, and Jaws... Day on the Beach. I don't know. I'm just making things up now.
You're making me feel sick just listing all those off.
Like, it was fun. It really was. I'm gonna have more fun in this than other movies in the summer. I know that. Like, and it's got problems. It's up and down pacing a little bit, but it's got Blake Lively in a bikini and a fun shark with some really cheesy laugh out loud moments. Like, at least for us, that's all we need. Like, what more do you need?
You want to give the rating
score out of
now?
10. I will give this. I'll give it a 6.5 out of 10.
Oh, you're being generous.
I laughed. This thing's got a 75% on Rotten Tomatoes. That's higher than I'm giving it.
Why?
Because people were like, that shark scene's dumb, and then they all were like, man, that final line.
Look, the tension between the shark and Blake Lively was well done. That was probably the best part of the movie, as well as some of the cinematography. I thought the tonal shifts were way too up and down for this movie. There was some stuff ridiculous and cheesy stuff that happened. And like you said, like as we said, like the dialogue at the end wasn't, I don't know, like it just frustrated me because it looked promising in the middle of the movie, but between the beginning and the end, just like not really fitting well with it. It really disappointed me. I think I'm gonna give this a 5 out of 10. Honestly.
You like this less than that horrible cut of Batman v Superman.
My rating for Batman v Superman has gone down for sure. I will admit that it has gone down to probably
What?
it has definitely gone down for sure. The more I think about
fine.
Batman v Superman, the angrier.
Okay, let's not talk about Batman v. We're not here for Batman v. This movie, I thought it was fun. The tonal shifts lead more to cheeky than serious to me, and I think it's fun. Yeah, if you really wanted to, you could open up to them surfing after the phone call, and it would work. It just boom, go right into the shark attack. That would have been cool. That would have probably been better for me. But it's not the best movie. My rating could go down if I sit on it and read more reviews. I don't know, but the laughs made it 6.5 alone. I like that. That final shot was so stupid.
With the fire.
It was moments of, and okay, wait, real quick, because I didn't get to this negative. Really quick. The shark didn't look that good. There were moments the shark looked
thought the shark looked fine.
No, that bird was the best part of CGI that entire thing. That bird looked flawless. The animator of that bird was like, I'm gonna make this look like the realest bird you've ever seen. The dude in the shark was like, all right, I'm gonna make it look really good here and horrible here, because there were parts it does not look good.
I don't know. I thought the shark looked fine and was one of the better.
There are parts that looked worse than like animation from like a CW show, Kyle. And those can be really good sometimes, but sometimes they're not. And there were moments I was like, wow, that's horrible. But there were good moments where it looked really good.
It was probably the most where you're like, wow, that's horrible. Where I was like, yeah, that's really good. I thought it looked fine.
We have different opinions. I like having the different opinions. Gave it a different score.
It feels good.
I thought it was fun. Go check it out in the theaters. Go have a good time in the theater. Go take a couple of friends and just laugh at the enjoyment and have a good time.
We promise you will laugh.
All right, I think we're gonna have some reviews out pretty quickly as the week continues. We've got the BFG coming out, The Legend of Tarzan, which I'm not as excited for as the BFG.
Okay.
Spielberg wins every time.
Okay, yeah, that's.
All right, guys. Thank you for watching, especially Mother. Have a good one, guys. Go check everything out in the theaters. Enjoy your summer.
Thanks, guys. See ya.